Hey, Jeffrey Paul again with an inspirational teaching. This Sunday is always my teaching day to share a little deeper and a little wider and a little higher of the inspiration that I share every single morning with you on my walks or talks with you for 3 to 5 minutes. But today I want to share with you something really that I started yesterday. You know, determination is what I said is necessary for any success in life. Determination, though, is kind of an interesting word. I started to study that. And determination means single-mindedness. It really does. Single-mindedness means that I have one mindset, one goal, one laser thought that I am going after. I compared it yesterday to the Olympians that are getting ready for Rio. You know, these kids, and they are kids, have been working for years of their life. Their parents have been sacrificing with determination for the gold. Well, none of us may be listening to this, and maybe that's not true because I know that this broadcast goes all over, but none of us may be a Olympian. But I have a friend, Dominique Mucciano, who is an Olympian gold medal champion. And, you know, she's a good friend of mine, and she shared with me what it takes to be determined. It takes everything. Yes, that's what I said, and that's what she said. It takes everything. She said, you've got to put your focus, you've got to put your thoughts, you've got to put everything you've got on the line if you want the gold. Well, you know, most of us aren't at that level of wanting to win a gold medal. But how about you right now? Now I'm going to turn the camera, so to say, over to you. How about you? What do you want? What is important enough for you to determine not to quit? Not to quit and to seek every possible way to achieve what you want. Now, I'm not talking about simply working harder. Now, I've taught about that before. Not just working harder, but really working at the diligence of trying to create the ability for you to achieve happiness, love, joy. Can you imagine waking up every morning being happy? Every morning, getting out of bed and going, yes, a new day. Well, this morning, as I'm recovering from my surgery, as most of you that listen to me know, I'm recovering from shoulder rotator cuff surgery. I get this little beep on my phone very early in the morning, and the beep is from my wonderful, sweet daughter-in-law. In fact, I just consider my daughter, and she's just a wonderful young lady, loves the Spirit of God, has a joy, a childlike joy, and she sent me a song. And the song was about a new day, a new season, and refocusing. And that song gave me kind of an inspiration today to say to you and I, what are we doing with today? What are we doing with today? Are we determined on something? Do we have a purpose today, a goal today, something we really want to accomplish today? What is it that you want? You know, to try to get more joy in your life, you can go listen to a comedian. To get more love, you can try to read all kinds of wonderful love novels. But the reality is, it takes a whole lot more. Let me take you for a moment into a secret place where determination, single-mindedness, and the reality of your dreams comes from. That's from within. Many of you know from anything that you've ever heard me say, I say that beauty and change begins within. But where is that? You know, here's the secret of going within, where most of us never go. Why don't we go? Because we've never been taught how to go within and seek what we want. Before we even go try to get what we want, to try to accomplish what we want, so often we don't even know really what our hearts want. What God put inside of us that's saying day after day, throbbing, I want this, I want this, I need this to live and to be all that I can possibly be, all that I want to be. How do you do that? Well, let me share with you, it's not that hard, but it's not that common. You've got to be determined, as the Bible says, to seek with all your heart, with all your mind, with all of everything that you have, all, and you will find, it says. But that's determination. Determination is to really take a moment, a quiet moment, a beautiful day like today. Go out in the backyard, go for a walk on the street. It doesn't cost you a thing. And quiet yourself completely down. Breathe deep breaths and just listen from within. Yes, not the cloudy, busy, noisy place of your head and your emotions, but go for a walk or go into nature or go into a quiet room and just become quiet. Stop your thinking, stop the processing, stop all of the issues of what you feel, what yesterday had in store for you, and what is tomorrow going to bring. Stop it. And that's going to take a little fight. It's going to take determination. And determine to just listen. Listen to that still, quiet voice, not audible, but the voice that you hear every thought spoken in. When you hear a worry speak, oh my gosh, what's going to happen tomorrow? You don't hear an audible voice. You hear a thought process that you hear every day. It's the same thoughts that you think when you're thinking about how much 2 + 2 is. But seek, truly seek, to quiet all the other voices and listen to the still, quiet voice. And ask this question: what do I want? What will make me happy? What will give me fulfillment in life? What is it that I need to fulfill my life and live my destiny? You see, you and I were not born to just live on this earth. We were not born just to enjoy the things this life has to offer. We were definitely not born and created just to go to work, come home, have dinner, and go to bed and go to work the next day. Although we need to do all of those things, we must find, if we're going to be fulfilled, if we're going to fulfill the destiny of our life and have an effect in the world, and I hope that's your dream and desire somewhere along the line, to really affect the world. But as I've said over and over again to you, you need to first change within. You need to first affect this world, your world within you. You need to be determined to go into that quiet place and hear that voice and listen and then write it down. Oh yeah, write it down. Get yourself a journal that I so much teach about. Get yourself a journal, write down what you hear, and then determine to live that. For instance, if you hear the voice within you say, be at peace, then, even though you're in turmoil, even though you might be in worry, even though you might be having circumstances in your life that are not very happy, determine to be at peace. Not that everything else is going to go away. But it's interesting, in some of the Psalms that David wrote, he said, in the midst of my enemies, 10,000 to my left, 1,000 to my right, attackers all around, lions tearing at me, I center myself in the peace of God, and I have peace that transcends all understanding. Then he has the ability to work through the situations that he needs to work through, the battles he needs to battle through, like you and I have to battle through each and every day. So it's important that you hear that voice within you, but you need to be determined to hear that voice. Because it's not about just going out for a walk and hearing it, or hearing it through an inspirational teaching, or a reading or writing, but it's necessary to eventually become like an athlete for the Olympics, to be determined to hear that voice unceasingly. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine having the connection with your spirit to hear that voice within you say to you the things you need to know, give you the understanding that you don't really have, give you the words to speak that are really the right words, that'll open doors that no man can open for you? Those are very much what the scriptures talk about over and over again throughout every bit of the beginning to the end. But it takes still the one important thing that I'm sharing with you today: determination, single-mindedness, to seek with all your heart, with all your might, with all your strength, with all your mind, body, and soul, that voice within you. And when you hear that voice, grasp hold of it. Don't let go. Hold on to that voice. Write it down so that you can remind yourself over and over again what was said in that moment that you caught it. And then start to practice like an athlete to hear his voice, to hear that voice of your Spirit of God within you, speaking and directing and guiding your life. It will change everything. It may not change everything on the outside right away, although it will. Because as your thoughts begin to be more of those thoughts from within, it affects your life outside yourself. There's an incredible book that a doctor, the author was Carolyn Leaf from Australia, wrote about your mind. And she ties it to the medical chemistry of the body, metabolism, and all of the things that the body does when a thought goes off. And she ties it to the spiritual side of the inner place where the voice of God comes from that can change that voice that creates worry and stress and fear and anxiety, that put all kinds of chemistry through your body. And she's done a complete study on this. But she then goes into the scriptural part of it that represents the spiritual side. This is science and spirit, not religion. Science and spirit working together to show what we were created to be and what we were created to do and how we were created to do it. The scripture in Isaiah 55, verse 6 through 9. My thoughts, God says, are not your thoughts, and my ways are not your ways. Take my thoughts and take my ways, and you will see your life manifest its destiny, its purpose, and all the things that you could ever ask or imagine. In fact, beyond, it says, beyond what you could ask or imagine. So what am I saying in this whole teaching and all this information that I've just shared with you in inspiration? I'm saying that you need to be determined to go within yourself. No one can go with you. We can lead you, I can coach you, I can guide you and maybe even inspire you. But you must go there. And it takes determination that you want to hear the voice that will lead you to the destiny that you were created in your mother's womb, and before that to be. You know it. I know you know it. I know you know it. I know the audience that is listening. I know you know that you're called for a very special life. And living average and living mediocrity. I mean, it's just not the way you're called to live, and you know it. You don't feel the satisfaction. You don't feel the content. Go in and hear that voice. Allow that voice to truly brighten your thinking, change your thinking, change your life. I want you to continue to send me your comments, please. Let me know what you think. Let me know your questions. I'll answer those questions. Let me know your difficulties so that we can do a morning inspiration or next week's teaching in giving you a longer and deeper and wider understanding on how to get within yourself, to find the beauty and change that really is within you. That beauty and change. You are a beautiful, precious, and wonderfully made person. I don't care where you are. I don't care what your circumstances are. I don't care what you've done. I don't care what yesterday has reported. This is a new day and a new season. And in this new day and this new season, I want to inspire you. I want to teach and motivate and empower you to be able to be the very best you can and to change your world from the inside out. So now listen, please share this. Share this so others can be changed too. Hit that share button. If you want to have notification, follow me so that every time that I do come on, and I'm going to do a few extras every so often, and bonuses, maybe some interviews with some people that are really, really neat, hit the follow button so that you can continue to be with me and when I'm on and being able to share the inspiration. Just like my friend Mark Rosen, who just came on. Mark, it's welcome to have you here, brother. I just can't wait to share with you a man who just is inspiring kids all over the country to be well and healthy inside and out. And there's so many of you that are doing so many great things. Share that with us so that we can go. Like Nancy Cartwright, you're such a precious, beautiful woman. You're always inspiring, especially your grandkids. But those are the people that are listening and sharing the very important things that really are out there that are necessary to change your life. So listen to this teaching. Share it with others. Give me some comments and hit those like buttons, hit those heart buttons. Follow me, and we're going to go to new places within. We're going to go within where your life can truly become fulfilled. And as my book that I wrote about the ugly caterpillar and the beautiful butterfly that I've shared with you before, listen, you're made to fly. You're made to soar and make changes in the world like no one else, because only you can change the world like you can change the world. You are your fingerprint, and God made you to be the fingerprint that is unique, that He is going to use to change the world. But first, within you. Then, the whole world. I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful place. Randy, welcome to our broadcast. It's a blessing to have all of you on. It's wonderful. Listen, today, be determined to seek within, to hear that voice that will say to you that you are precious, you are wonderful, you are beautiful, you have a life. There is so much for you. There is nothing that can stop you, nothing that can stop you except you not being determined to seek, to go within, and to be all you can be that God's made you to be. I may be sharing later this afternoon my shoulder's healing. For those that are wondering, for my surgery, thank you for your prayers. It's been wonderful. It's supernatural, rotator cuff surgery, and I'm going to tell you something. It's been a blessing because of the teachings that have come from it. But I'm going to share those blessings with you. But I need you to just keep sharing, keep giving me comments. Let me know you're out there. And you know, Debbie, you've been there continually. Thank you so much, Debbie, for continuing with the inspirations that you sent to me. It's been a blessing. And of course, my wonderful wife, Zena, who must be up right now. So I'm going to close this and say I love my wife, and I'm going to go have some coffee with her this morning. Have some coffee with your family and loved ones. Share with them. Don't forget what I shared earlier this week. Tell somebody you love them. And remember, beauty and change begins within you. I'm Jeffrey Paul. Can't wait to see you again in my next Facebook Live Inspirational Morning Session. Have a great day.